gathered. We thank you for the anointing of your Spirit.
Yes.
We thank you for the hope that we have in you. Oh God, we pray that you would just let now our coming be in vain.
Yes.
Give us words of life and continue to let the words of our mouths and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in your sight. We do need you. Hallelujah. We appreciate you. We thank you for the power that's in the blood. Pray that you would rectify every situation. Our lives is not like you. Bear us up, Lord, and lift us up above every shadow. Touch bodies, touch minds, touch souls. Heal. Hallelujah. The daughters of your people. Lead us now into truth and righteousness.
Yes, Lord God.
We'll praise you for it in Jesus' name.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
This past week, one of the things that the Lord impressed upon, well, he just said it to me, is that God is calling for holiness. Holiness. You know, in our society, we are so prone, shall I say, to want things for ourselves that we forget about why Jesus really came. He didn't come to make us wealthy. He came to make us healthy in body, soul, and spirit. And I know that we hear a lot about prosperity, and I don't think Jesus wants us to be all bedraggled and poor. But his purpose in coming wasn't to make us wealthy. And I think sometimes we get our eyes set on what people have, and we think if they have, and we only think of prosperity in the terms of whether a person has a nice shiny car, or whether they wear expensive clothes, or whether they have a big house, or whether they have a lot of money. You know, and we judge whether God is prospering them according to things. But things are not what tell you whether you're righteous or unrighteous. If that were the case, then all of these countries that are poor would be going to hell. Somebody needs to say amen. Amen. Yeah. How many countries do we have where people are dirt poor and yet they love the Lord? They love the Lord. There are people not only in other countries that are poor and love the Lord. There are people right here in the United States of America that love the Lord and are poor. That doesn't mean that God does not love them, or that they are not serving God as they ought to. But some of the poorest people are rich and wealthy in attributes. And one of the things that the Lord, as I said, spoke to me this week was God is calling for holiness. And so that means holiness is completeness in body, soul, and spirit. He wants us to be wealthy in the things of the Spirit. And if we are, he will provide our needs. He said, my God shall supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory. And I've heard people, you know, they wave and say, well, Lord, you know, send me one of your cows. You know, I don't think the Lord's really concerned about us having a cow. I know that he grants us things that we want from time to time. Yes. But he's not concerned. You're not hearing it? You're not hearing it?
You have it on?
It's on.
It's on.
Yes.
It's on.
You're going to hear it coming out of the speakers.
But they're not hearing it back there.
Oh.
They said they're not hearing it. Yeah, it's on.
No, it's back.
gotta answer.
I can't tell, I don't know.